Coming to the seventh house in astrology, seventh house shows partner, spouse, or marriage. Now, the type of partner we may desire, and if in transit or if any malefic planet is situated here, that can show the type or the type of relation we'd like to have with that partner. The overall relationship with the partner can be seen here, and if in transit Ketu is in the seventh house of person's chart, then partner, some detachment with the partner can take place. Yeah, these things, anything related to partner can be seen with the seventh house. Spouse, the type uh, or the person or the type of person who is suited or better suited for you to have a long and lasting marriage and a happy marriage can be seen through the seventh house. The type of spouse, especially, let's say someone in the seventh house, a male chart in the seventh house has uh, Venus plus Ketu. If this is present in a male's chart in the seventh house, Venus shows a female partner in a male's chart, and Venus also shows marriage in general for both male and female, and this seventh house also shows marriage and a female partner or spouse. So here Ketu is causing detachment with this partner or the marriage in general. So if a male person marries a partner who has the traits of Ketu, whether the person can be very simple and detached from the materialistic things, or is spiritual, or is involved in any spiritual fields like tarot or Reiki or these things, or is a very simple minded and not a very calculative person, all these traits can be linked to Ketu, and then the marriage will be like Venus, very pleasant and very happy and fulfilling marriage and a lasting marriage. And this particular example can be seen from the seventh house because the seventh house is signifying spouse and marriage. And if we have any breaks in marriage, or whether the whether the arranged marriage, for example, is going to be fulfilled or will get broken in the middle, all these things can be seen through the seventh house. Seventh house becomes one of the very important house for marriage related things. Next, moving on to business partner. Here, this is partner, meaning a partner like a male or a female. But here, when it comes to business partner, whether you are going to have a good relationship with a business partner, or whether the business partner will cheat you, or if there are going to be any legal consequences being with this partner, all these things can be seen. And if a person wants to start a business or something with a partner, then this house becomes very important. So yeah, next, retail. When it comes to retail, whether the person can get into retail fields can be seen through the seventh house. And 11 also becomes very important here, because 11 shows fulfillment, and the 7 shows whether the person is eligible to get into retail or business. And yeah, whether if this is afflicted, it's always better to avoid getting into business or retail fields. Or if the lord of this house is debilitated, yeah, it's always better to avoid these fields, especially if the lord is debilitated. And yeah, seventh house shows retail, business, And partnership. Here, partnership is all type of partnerships. It may be business or marriage, any partnership that is being done, or any contract involved in a partnership can be seen through the seventh house. Whether it is a good time to form any partnership in any work they perform, these things can be seen through the seventh house. Public image, or the person's interaction with public, can be seen through the seventh house. Like let's say if seventh house is not being denoted or being signified by the planet that is that has the strong impact in your current phase, then having a proper career, for example in media, the public image becomes very important. So the way public reacts to you, the way public sees you, can be seen through the seventh house. So yeah, seventh house is the house of public, and your interactions with the public, the way public will treat you or respect you, can be seen through the seventh house. Next, family relationships. Not just the relationship with the partner or spouse. Seventh house also shows family relationship. Now, let's say if a person is unmarried, then partner becomes important. If he is married or recently married, spouse becomes important, and marriage becomes important after getting married, and while seeking a person to get married, that is when these two becomes active. Suppose none of these things exist, and then a family relationship becomes very important and is signified by the seventh house. Now, whether to see, let's say a person's seventh house is being afflicted, to check whether the spouse is being affected, or the relationship with the family is being affected, that is when the Lord and the planets get involved. So yeah, through seventh house we can see these things. Work can be seen through the seventh house, because seventh is the 10th from the 10th house. Just like from the when I showed in the third houses video, the seventh, let's say this is the first house, and this is the seventh house, and this is the 10th house. From here, the opposite from 10 is 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if if we just consider this as the Lagna, then the 7th house is 10th from the 10th. So whenever it comes to work related things, 7th house also plays a very important role. Even the 4th house plays an important role, because here first, second, third, and fourth. The 4th house is directly the opposite house of the 10th house. That can also be called as aspecting. I'll explain in the aspecting part later. But yeah, here 7th house becomes important, because 7th is the 10th house from the 10th house. That's why we can see work related things from the 7th house too. And 7th house is the house of desire. Now 11th house becomes the house of fulfillment, desire fulfillment, or all sorts of gains. But what the type of desire a person will have can be seen through the 7th house. Now let's say a person has Rahu in the 7th house, then the person might have a lot of interest that is very unconventional, or something unusual, and that can be one of the traits of Rahu, and that can be one of the things that the person might seek or desire. And if the person has 11, then that can also be fulfilled. So yeah, the type of desire we have, or the things we would want in general, can be seen through the 7th house, because 7th house is the house of desire. Then marital happiness can also be seen through 7th house. Just like when I gave this example, a male chart in the 7th house, Venus plus Ketu. Here, if this person married a person who is like Venus, who is very focused on appearance and is very has a very fair complexion and is very focused on beauty, luxury. When a male marries a female who, in having this conjunction, marries a female who's like Venus, then he is inviting Ketu into the marriage. So, if he marries a person like Ketu, then he is inviting Venus to the marriage, and the marriage will be very good. So, here Venus is showing marital happiness for this particular example. The same way we can see what type of if the person will be happy in the marriage or not using the 7th house. Then diplomacy. Here diplomatic matters where the public image matters a lot can be seen through the 7th house, whether the person is suited for diplomatic positions and can aspire to be a person like let's say foreign minister or these ministers or these important positions in the government can be seen through the 7th house. These fields. And honor, if the person is a honorable person or will be honorable in general, can be seen through the 7th house. And all the sexual passions or the types of sexual desires of a person can be seen through the 7th house. For example, if a person's chart is showing moon being a strong indicator in the or the significator of the 7th house, then the person might like more of emotional connection, let's say like candlelight dinners and spending time alone with the partner, late night walks, or just watching the stars, and just be spending time with the partner in nature. These things can be seen if the moon's influence is present. Mars shows a physical relationship, or the person might be more inclined towards physical passions or each of these planets shows one or the other traits. Now let's say Saturn can show a slight detachment, but the person will be very dutiful, especially when it comes to partner and keeping the partner satisfied in any way, materialistic or physical, any way. This can be seen especially when it comes to Saturn. If Saturn is signifying 7 or has a strong influence on 7, the person will be very loyal to the partner and will be very dutiful. He'll see that as a duty than just something he desires. So I believe all these things cover the 7th house. I think this is it for the 7th house.